Hi, this tutorial will explain how to search for a book in the Albersons library with the online catalog. It will also cover ebooks, citations, the advanced book search, and interlibrary loan. To start, go to the Albersons library homepage at library.boisestate.edu. In the search box, put in the topic, title, or author for the book. In this case, we'll put the title of the book, Teaching and Learning in the Digital Age. If you know the exact title, you can put it in quotes. When the results come up, be sure to check what type of item it is. We're searching for a book, but you may also see articles, ebooks, computer files, and DVDs. The first one is a book, a print book, and it has the title we want. Let's click on the title and see if it's available. It looks like it is. If we're in the Boise area, we need to make note of the floor that the book is located on and the call number. If you're a distance student, you will want to check if there's an electronic version of the book available. Sometimes you'll see a link to view ebook under the Find a Copy Online section, but you won't always see that link. If you don't see a link to the ebook, you can hit the back button of your browser or select Return to Search Results. We can also limit to ebooks in the left column by checking the box next to ebooks. Now the search is updated to show only ebooks, and there's a book we want at the top of the list. One other thing to keep an eye on is which library is the item in. The general search we did at the beginning searches the Albersons library and many other libraries. So be sure that the book you're looking for is in the Boise State University Albersons library, not a different library. This one looks like the right item type, an ebook, and the right library. Let's click on the View Now link. Sometimes you may have to click on the title of the book to get to the ebook. And at some point you'll be prompted to log in with your Boise State login and password. Here is the ebook. Many of the Albersons Library's ebooks can be read online and do not require a download, but some ebooks can be downloaded. Just click on the full download link and follow the instructions. In this case, we have to open the book first, and then we can select full download at the top, and there's also a chapter download option. And once this comes up, you can just follow the instructions to do a download. You'll be prompted to create a free Adobe account. If you already have an account, you will need to remember your login information. If you're downloading a ProQuest ebook to a mobile device, you can add the free Bluefire Reader app to your device, and that is where the book will be downloaded. If you're using a desktop or laptop, you will use Adobe Digital Editions. To obtain the citation for the book, you can select the Cite Book link on the main page of the ebook. So we're going to go back to the main page, and there's the Cite Book link. And then you can select APA and copy and paste the citation. Citations for ebooks may not be accurate, so you will want to refer to the OPWL Departmental APA Style Basics handout to make sure that it's correct. If your ebook does not include a cite link, you can go back to the results page in the library catalog, select the ebook title, and then select the Cite Export link at the top, and then APA. Now this APA citation is for a print book, not an ebook. So you'll want to, again, check the OPWL APA Style Basics handout to make sure it's correct. At the beginning of this tutorial, we used the basic search to search for books. But if you want to save time, make the search more specific, and get fewer results, you can use an advanced search. To get to the advanced search, you can select Advanced Search up here at the top, or you can go back to the library's website at library.boisestate.edu. And under the main search box, you will see a link to the advanced search. We can search for a book by title, author, or subject, which looks for subject terms. We can also search for a keyword, which looks in all those places. The keyword is the broadest search. Use it when you want to get a sense of what is out there. For a more narrow search, we can search for words in the title or subject. Let's do a subject search. So we're going to change keyword to subject. And then we're going to type in our search. Blended learning. And we're going to narrow our search by format. We're going to search for books. And then do the search. Now you can see that the results are sorted by the most relevant in our library. Let's click on this one here at the top. And you'll want to make note of the subject terms that are over here in the upper right. You may want to use some of those terms in a search in the future. In this case, this is a print book and it's giving us the call number for the book. If the Albersons library does not own a book that you need, you can do an interlibrary loan request for a chapter in the book. It's not always feasible to do an interlibrary loan request for a book from another library if you're a distant student because of time constraints, but book chapters are sent electronically like journal articles and come in within 1 to 2 weekdays. So to find a book that we don't own, we're going to go back to our results list, change the sort to relevance only, and find a book that we don't own. So we don't own the first one. It says it's at WorldCat Libraries, and we also don't own the second one. It says other Idaho libraries. Let's look at the second book. Now if we look at the table of contents, we can see a chapter that we'd like to read. We can do an interlibrary loan request for a book chapter, which is much faster than requesting the book. Book chapters are sent electronically, similar to journal articles. And let's say we're interested in this performance tips, and I'm just counting down. This is perhaps chapter 5. So to do the interlibrary loan request, you want to select the button, Request Item through Interlibrary Loan, and I'm going to click OK. You'll have to log into Interlibrary Loan with your Boise State username and password. And if you haven't used Interlibrary Loan before, you'll have to fill out a new user registration form first. And then you may have to go back and click on that Interlibrary Loan link again. Interlibrary Loan is a free service that is available to you while you're students at Boise State University. So you can see that it's filled out the book request form for us. And if you're wanting only a chapter, you can add that information to the notes field. I would like chapter 5, performance tips. And if you know the pages, include the pages as well. And then you can submit the request, and it will appear here in outstanding requests. Once the book chapter comes in, you'll receive an email directing you to log into Interlibrary Loan, and then you can find the book chapter under View Electronically Received Articles. And there isn't one there right now, but there will be a link to the PDF right there. That's how to find a book in the Albersons Library with the online catalog. Thanks for watching. For more information, go to library.boisestate.edu or contact your librarian.